Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Parent and Caregiver Corner, where I will be touching upon hot topics or answering your burning questions. So please don't forget to send us any questions that you have. Today we are continuing our conversation about early learning. So, did you know that there is an abundance of information about learning on Ontario's Ministry of Education website? We are going to dive into some of the points they offer about early learning today. So, did you know that young children learn through play? In fact, play and academic work are not distinct categories for young children. The act of learning and doing are inseparable as children are concrete learners. So this means that a young child isn't going to learn math if you stick them in front of a screen of ever-flowing numbers. However, you can play with them and show them how one block plus one block plus one block equals a 3-block tower. So in this way, not only are they playing while learning, but they are also learning by doing. Research demonstrates that play-based learning leads to greater social, emotional, and academic success. We also know that play expands intelligence, stimulates the imagination, encourages creative problem solving, and helps develop confidence, self-esteem, and a positive attitude towards learning. We must also remember that children are curious, competent, and capable. And this idea of play-based learning doesn't expect an end result. So as parents, you shouldn't be really looking for a specific answer. You don't need to theoretically stuff the duck with information through what you might call playful learning. Play-based learning lets the child be in charge of their experience. Instead of, giving them a piece of paper and a sponge and telling them to paint a tree, you might give them paper, markers, paint, cars, noodles, etc., and let the child choose the way that they want to create that piece of art, right? So in trying to find out the answer, children move through the world with curiosity, awe, and wonder. Just the other day, I was talking with a soon-to-be 4-year-old, and I was telling her all the good things about her, I had her repeat them back to me. I am smart, I am beautiful, I give good hugs, I'm good at math. She says, I am good at math. But what is math anyways? So we took out our fingers and we showed one finger on this hand and one finger on this hand, and then you put them together to make 2 fingers. It was such a reminder to me that children ask questions naturally. They are ready and eager to learn if we give them the space to explore, to be curious, and to figure out the world around them. A Parent's Guide to Play-Based Learning, as provided by the Ontario government, offers the following tips for supporting your child's growth and development in relation to play-based learning. So, number 1, give your child tasks that encourage them to make discoveries or solve simple problems. So they offer this great idea of having your child help with laundry, which is beneficial for both you and the child. Can they sort the socks? Can they fold the socks? Can they count the socks? There are so many different ways that you can create an educational experience just by folding laundry. The second advice is to pay attention to what your child is interested in. So this will help you in keeping them engaged in learning activities in the future because you'll know what excites them. The third point is to ask your child a lot of questions and to be sure that these questions relate to their senses. So, what is that smell? Or, oh wow, what does that feel like, The fourth thing is to be sure that the questions are open-ended. So when you ask, what would happen if, you are actually encouraging your child to use creativity, and this helps them practice predicting. When you ask a question like, how might we find out, you are encouraging analysis, exploration, and investigation. When you ask questions like, I wonder why or how, Then you are opening a space for more questions, for observation, and for learning. So you want to practice open-ended questions with your children. And if you want, perhaps you can try to see if you get a different response from your child if you ask a question like, was school okay today? Versus, what did you discover in school today? So you can see how you'll actually get a different response depending on whether or not your questions are open-ended. So to find out more about play-based learning, please leave a comment below with your questions and I will address them in future weeks. Don't forget to get creative. Bye for now.